Today's tutorial is all about this soft glam, which is perfect for any holiday parties or events. I'm using a mix of both high and low end products, so if you're interested, keep watching. By the way, I'm Jeannie. I'm a pro makeup artist. I live in Los Angeles. I work with celebrities, beauty brands, and everyone in between. Welcome to my channel. I've already done my skin prep and brows. I asked this in my last video, but if any of you want an in-depth brow tutorial, please let me know in the comments below and I can definitely make that happen. For skin prep, I used two products. The first one is the Hourglass Soft Focus Setting Spray to set my brows and prep my skin for moisturizer. For moisturizer, I used the Alpenbeauty Melt Moisturizer. If you've seen any of my other tutorials, you know that this is a favorite of mine, and it's also in my kit. It's beautiful under makeup. Okay, truth be told, this is the third attempt at an eye that I have created because I came in with an idea and I tried it and it didn't work. And then I tried it again and it still didn't work. So I had to completely go back to the drawing board to figure out what kind of eye I wanted to do because I knew I wanted it to be simple, but I wanted it to pack a little bit of a punch and not be super smoky and overwhelm the face. So this is what I came up with. So we're in the burgundy family right now, but this look could be created with any color. It doesn't matter if you want to stick with neutrals or if you want to do a color, but it's universal. So let's do the other eye. Like I said, I wanted to keep it really easy, so I have the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, just going into this fourth shade right here. And we're doing just a little bit of contouring of the brow bone and then extending it like that to create that shape. Almost like that outer V shape. This is how I start about 99% of my eye looks because I have a deep set eye. I tried to do an extended wing with shadow and it just didn't work. So when it doesn't work, I say go back to what you know, go back to what you're comfortable with, and then maybe, like I did, add a color and it gives it a little bit of pizzazz, but it's still within your comfort zone. Getting ready for a holiday party is maybe not the best time to try a brand new technique, and maybe this is a lesson I also need to learn. So we're taking that shadow, the same Master Matte shadow, all along the brow bone and extending it like that. This creates a contour on the eye and gives us a little bit of a base to work with. I didn't want to give up on the idea of doing a wing entirely, but when it comes to my eye shape, it's very, very tricky to do a wing without an actual liquid liner and make it precise. If I do something blurred or even soft, it can get lost because my brow bone is so prominent. So I tried to split the difference and move the wing down a little bit. This is Teddy from MAC. I didn't want to use black because, again, I wanted it to have a softness to it. So this is sort of the next best thing. Plus, it's a kohl, so I can move it and then set it with an eyeshadow. So the first thing I did while my eye was open is I just sketched all along the top lash line, very thin, just like that. So with my eye open, I have my pencil at the very end of my eye and I'm just extending that line. Then I'm going to bring it back, keeping my eye open. Then taking a Smith 304 brush. As you can see, it's very small. It's actually a lip brush, but I love using it for eyes. This is a Cosette shadow. I have a myriad of shadows that are depotted in my kit, and this is one of them. Again, this is in the same family as what I'm wearing tonight, which is why I pulled it. And this is also because the initial palette that I wanted to use just did not work. So we're going with Plan B. Grab a little of the shadow, and then we're just gonna go over that liner, making sure we're keeping this edge very sharp. Then I'm taking this flat brush from Ilia into another color that's in the same family. This is from Viseart. Again, this is depotted from my kit. Just on the edge of this brush. And then we're just gonna smoke out the top of that wing, making sure we're keeping the smokiness right where the brow bone stops and down. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you extend the smoke too much, it gets patchy up here and it looks a little sloppy. I still want it to be a very soft wing that's blended. Another tip that's good is to look down. Then I'm gonna take an angled brush. This is from Smith. The number has completely worn off, so I'm not sure which number it is, but it's the angled brush from Smith Cosmetics. And we're going back into the Cosette shadow. We're just gonna sharpen that line. And then in order to blend this wing into the lid, I'm going to take Forenzi. This is from NARS. Again, depotted for my kit. On a flat brush, this is a Chanel brush. It's a concealer brush. I'm just going to take it, and then I'm just going to take it from the inner corner and sweep it And then to marry everything together, I'm gonna use a blush. This is Plum from Maybelline. Taking a fluffy brush, this is a MAC 217, and just sweeping it in the crease. Again, that blush is in the same color family as the rest of the eyeshadows, so it's marrying everything together and making everything seamless. I'm just gonna take Teddy again in the lower waterline, just for a little bit of drama, but it's soft. Curling the lashes. Using the Rare Beauty mascara, it's one of my favorites. One of the things I like to do if I'm wearing an extended kind of look is to take the mascara wand and sort of pull it. So I manipulate the eyelashes into that shape. So instead of directing them this way, I'm directing the outer third kind of this way to help with that shape. Since we're doing a soft glam look, I want the foundation to look really flawless. So I'm going to use the Tom Ford Soft Focus. It's a medium buildable foundation and the finish is really beautiful. Taking a Sisley foundation brush, you can use any foundation brush. When you use this technique, you tend to get a little bit more coverage, starting in the center of the face where I want the most coverage. Taking my sponge and just buffing out what we have already. If you want more coverage, you can tap the brush on the skin. And then I like to go in with my sponge just in case there's any brush strokes or any uneven texture. For concealer, I'm going to go back in with the Revlon 5-in-1 that I used on the eyelid. Yes, it is quite light. Do not be alarmed because I'm going to buff it out. So as you can see, the concealer under my eyes is very light. I'm going to fix that. Take your foundation again on the back of your hand, just a little bit. Take your sponge, just tap it in, and then just go right over that concealer. And it will help blend the concealer into your foundation, but still keeping it bright under the eye. Now to set the under eye, I'm going to take my trusty powder puff with my Pat McGrath powder and just tap it underneath. And I'm going to bring it down onto my cheek because I plan on using powder products on my cheek. And I don't want the powder to stick to my foundation. The formula of the foundation is also very long wearing. Wanted to make sure that this holiday look would last all night. The powder definitely helps with that too. Getting my T-zone. And don't worry if it looks too matte. We're going to add some glow back. To do a little bronzing and sculpting, I'm going to take this product from Makeup by Mario. It's the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector in light medium. I'm taking it on a powder brush, which I don't normally do because I want it to be very diffused and very light. I'm using a bigger brush. So I still get that sculpt, but it's very, very soft. You'll notice the bristles are very far apart. That gives you more of an even distribution of product. If the bristles are closer together, then you're gonna have more of a concentration of product. When I think of soft glam, the first thing that comes to mind is a nude glossy lip. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm gonna take this liner from NYX. It's nude beige. I'm just gonna line my lips. And this is Sundrops from the Estee Lauder Holiday Collection. It's a beautiful nude gloss. And for blush, I'm going to go in with a tried and true favorite. This is Magic Hour from Tower 28. Just taking the rounded end of my Beauty Blender, adding a little bit of shine and color to the cheek. For a little extra glow, this is Hydrating Blush Balm from Dior. Just going to tap it on the high points of my cheeks, maybe a little on the bridge of the nose. So that's it for our soft holiday glam. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a safe and warm holiday season. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video.